Okay, we're rolling. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Serene Madness. Welcome back to the news. Well, not the new, the Serene Madness daily blog. I think I'm gonna start doing this like every day. I don't know. Well, at least until I'm in here, and then we'll see what happens when I get home. Um, Today's video will be Uncle Cow asks me, "Have I seen anything weird in rehab while I've been in here?" Weird. Well, actually, the whole place is kind of weird, dude. Um, this is just a strange ass experience. It's like kind of like being in jail, but not, because I'm in bed all the time and I can't go nowhere. So it's like self-imposed exile slash kind of like jail. Well, it's not self-imposed. It's because of an accident. Um, so anyway, as far as weird stuff goes, there's been a couple of strange things. Yeah, I suppose they're kind of weird and different. Last week sometime, there was a guy across the hallway from me. He was in his late 70s or whatever. And he was in here because he was falling at home. But this guy, man, let me tell you, he was the nastiest freaking dude I've heard probably ever. I mean, this guy was just mean to the bone. And pretty much every one of his words was a swear word. And he was nasty to everyone, and he let you know it. And he was loud, and he was disruptive, and he just disrupted this entire end of the rehab. And it was so bad. I mean, it was so cringeworthy that I had to like close the door a bunch of times. I had somebody close the door because he was just that bad. And I felt bad for the PCAs and the personal care attendants that have to take care of the patients because they got to deal with this crap all the time. And there was a time last week, this guy was in here for probably about 3 days, and his son had put him in here, and it was adult son. And it was sometime last week, and his son came in because there was complaints because the guy was so nasty and disruptive to everybody. His son came in to see him and to talk to him about it, and good Lord, I thought the fists were going to go flying. This guy was just insane. The swear words that were coming out of this guy's mouth, that he told the son that, "You're not my son, and you're not, and wish you were never born," and stuff like that. And all this guy wanted to do was go home. He's like, "What the fuck am I here?" And he's like, "I want to just be out of here." And the guy, everybody has the ability in here to self-discharge. Like, so if I wanted to go home today, if I had a means of getting home, I could discharge myself if I wanted to. You have to be at least, an adult, and you have that right. But the administrator had come, and the security had come, and it was nasty. It was just really, really bad, and it spilled out into the hallway. And I thought the fur was going to go flying. I mean, I thought it was, oh man. So, fortunately, the following day, the administrators basically told him that if he discharges himself that night, then he will not be able to administer medication or any kind of medical care to him. So he basically yelled at his son again and told everybody to F off, and basically discharged himself the following day. So he left, and it was a good thing, good riddance. And the guy was just the devil incarnate. I don't know what was up with this guy's issue, but oh my God, it was bad. So as far as weird goes, that was probably like the weirdest, strangest thing. I've had to deal with, well, not deal with, but I've had to listen to a lot of people that are just nasty to the personal care attendants in here, and I'm like, my golden rule is you never shit where you sleep, and you don't piss on and shit on your caretakers. It's just Why would you do that? These are the people that are cleaning you, washing you, bathing you, trying to make you comfortable, and you just don't do that. And it's just one of my personal golden rules. I've always been a very, very kind, considerate person, and I try to be that way to everybody, especially the people who care for me. So yeah, as far as other weird stuff goes, as far as my odd lunch, that was, last week. You can view that video if you haven't seen it. It's just a few videos ago. It was just a weird thing, and pretty much ever since that day, the kitchen's actually been sending me all kinds of stuff, food. They're making sure that I eat, because there was a complete time where I wasn't eating a thing, and it was bad because I need protein and I need nutrients, and that was part of my problem, is that I don't get enough nutrients and protein, and then my system collapses and I get all sick. That's part of my condition. So yeah, so now that's kind of weird with the kitchen, and they're sending me up all kinds of stuff. A lot of fruit, which I love. I love the fruit, and the fruit in here is really good. It's very, very fresh and good. A lot of pineapple, grapes, bananas, oranges. I don't know where the hell they get their oranges from, but it's the best oranges, aside from Halos. I love Halos, that I've ever had. I mean, they're just really, really good. As far as another weird thing that I saw in here, and I actually thought it was really, really funny. I was down in the dining room for lunch one day, and this was, over a month ago, before my surgery, when I could sit up in my wheelchair. I was having lunch, and all of a sudden I was leaving. I was finishing up lunch and I was leaving, and I was about to go back to my room, and all of a sudden there was this table of 4 elderly women, and they were sitting at the table, and apparently there was one of them that was there, and she was like a trucker. She had a mouth like a trucker, and she was a grouchy, nasty individual as well. And I guess one of the other ladies at the table rubbed her the wrong way, and she basically turned to her and told her that if she doesn't shut her fucking mouth, I'm going to beat the tar out of you. And it was just the fucking funniest thing. I'm going, oh my God. And I was stunned. I was just stunned by it. And I'm like, I would actually probably pay to see that, an elderly lady cat fight. I just think that would be hilarious. So yeah, that was pretty weird. And just generally, I see a lot of just, angry, pissed off elderly people in here. They're just really, really grouchy. This floor that I'm on right now is acute care, so it's basically nursing care. And they don't get a lot of mental patients, like elderly people with dementia or Alzheimer's or anything like that. Occasionally they do get somebody like that. But acute care means that you're just here for nursing care. That's pretty much what that means. And then the floor, I'm on the first floor, and there's 3 floors. The second floor is acute care, and then the third floor is permanent residency. So there are people that actually live here on the third floor, and those people they need to be here all the time. So that's kind of how it works in here. So it's an interesting place. I mean, I've never had to stay in a rehab for a very prolonged period of time, with the exception of 2015 when I had my amputation done, when I had my leg amputated. I was in the hospital. I was in a rehab for 21 days, and this makes that look like a walk in the park. So anyway, that's the video. I figured you'd find that amusing, and Uncle Kyle, you're an awesome dude. Hope all is well with you, and happy holidays to everybody. Like, subscribe, keep sending me that feedback and stuff to talk about, and topics and all that. Ask me some questions. I'm getting some really good feedback and questions. I probably got about 4 or 5 other topics to talk about from questions people have sent me. So I got enough material for a few more videos. But keep sending me it, because I'm going to be here for at least another 2 months, so I need to be kept busy. And I hope you're enjoying the daily blog. So like, subscribe, comment. Please comment, send me some feedback, ask me some questions. Make sure you get in my feed, click the little bell button, give me a thumbs up, and find your serene and mad world. I'm out.